G'day and welcome to another episode. My name is Daethstro, the Aussie Geek, and today we will be looking at the War for Cybertron, I believe, Earthrise Fasttrack. I don't know why I always say ED on the end of that. So here we have Fasttrack. He is basically the bot that would come with original G1 Scorponok. I do not currently have Scorponok. I am currently waiting for Scorponok to arrive. The guy that I've ordered from, great guy, very good, but unfortunately the import customs and that have been a bunch of dicks. Due to the fact that they basically held up the order at Sydney. So, has had to wait for him to get them, and then eventually he will send them out to us. So, I might eventually do this guy as a comparison to Lord Zarek. For those of you who are wondering, where's the combiners? Where's the Titans? Because I do have some Titans and I do have some combiners. Let me put it this way. Depending on the number of views I get, depends on what I will generally show. I don't mind showing masterpieces. I don't mind showing triple changes and whatnot. But to justify trying to figure out how to get more space to do a Titan and at the same time doing figures that are combiners, especially those that I've already combined, really need me to justify actually pulling them apart. So if you really want to know what needs to happen, I've kind of set myself a views. So if I can start getting around roughly 100 views a video, then I'm more than happy to do perhaps a Titan. But I'd say around 500 views a video, then I'll consider doing a combiner. But enough about all that gibberish. So here we have Fasttrack. I hope that didn't come through. He does roll. He has 6 wheels, both sides. And honestly, he does look a little bit like a scorpion. Pincers, spike on the tail. So yeah. So let's get down to size comparison. Here he is with Windblade. He's really tiny compared to Windblade. He's nowhere near long as she is, nowhere near as wide, probably just a little bit as equal in height. So we do have a couple of transformations. This guy's obviously a modulator. I'm not going to go through the modulation transforms because for the most part it's up to the owner and all that. It's up to you to determine how the transformation works. So we'll turn this guy into his spear mode. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull this piece out. We're going to unplug these. We're going to untab all this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to fold his legs down. Like so. If I can get it out without unplugging it all. We're going to rotate these inwards. We're going to fold these down, if I remember correctly. We're then going to separate this bit, and we're going to fold it in on itself. Lift it up a little bit. And then these are going to tab into here. I think it's this way around. No, this way around, because otherwise the pieces get in the way. So those go in there. Then we take the spike, gun, whatever, and that plugs in the top. If the 2 tabs don't plug in, it will not lock into place. This really doesn't have a use in this mode. And then what we can do is we can plug that in there and plug that in there. And now we have a really, really wonky spear mode. So it is what it is. I'm not a huge fan. I'd probably be okay with it if the hinges weren't there And like the top of it looks fine, but the bottom looks like crap. It really does. Like the figure's not bad, but yeah, it's a long stretch. Like honestly, if I could get away with just having that, like somehow have a tab down, there's probably some way of doing it. To make that the handle, it'd be fine. But the biggest problem is all these hinges and stuff, which make it unstable. So let's get down to the next two, robot mode. Like I said, I'm not going to do modulation and all that, although I will show this because I just forgot to. If you pull this bit out, because this is on the back, you can fold this out and you can plug these. You can plug this into your bases or whatnot, so you can like hook him up into Scorponok if you wish. So just fold all that back in and whatnot. We'll come over here and we'll unplug all these. It's probably going to be the easiest triple changer I can get away with. So we'll fold these in. The legs do come out for modulation if that's what you want to do with it. So there we go. Let's fold that down a little bit. I think I've got that the right way around. We will grab, which is it? This bit, which will slide on the front there. Might as well twist his head around now. We can take this bit and we'll fold it back out again. And we will, well, it's up to you, but basically preset transformation, that goes on the back, which solidifies his back and whatnot. You can then take the arms, and these pieces here are supposed to be the front, so you rotate the wrist, and of course you can plug it. Look, you can plug it down here if you want the arms further down. Me, I prefer to have them up here, and I think that's actually the default transformation. Plug that into here and turn that around. And the instructions say you take this and you take the port on the back and plug it in there. Now, one thing I forgot to mention is all the modulator ports. There's one here, there's one here. You have one here, one here, one here, one here. So there's a lot of ports. There's two back here if you want to use them. So yeah, it's up to you how you want to use this guy. Obviously, like I said, he's a modulator, so you can turn him into weapons for other transformers, or you can even use other modulators to remodulate this guy. So it's completely up to you. Oh, there's another one there. So, but he does have hands. You can pull these off. And he does have proper hands. I think this guy, like Brunt, didn't originally have a transformation. He was just a vehicle. So if you want, you can put these up here. There's even you can use even these if you have any use for them. You can't really put them on the forearms. They don't work that well. But you can put them up here. You can put them there. Let's say you can put them there, but you really can't. It's not really there. So it's really up to you. But for articulation, we'll just put these to the side for the moment. And of course, while I'm thinking of it, you can take this and plug that into his hand and give him a really tiny sword. So we'll put that off to the side as well, and we'll get down to articulation. So the head can do a full 360. It can't look up, it can't look down. Can't go side to side. Arms can do a full 360, comes up that far. If you really want it higher, I suppose you could always plug it in there, but it's not really going to move. He has bicep rotation. He has single jointed elbows. He has waist rotation. He doesn't have an ab crunch. If you move his arms out of the way, his legs can go up that far. They can go back that far. If you want it further, you can always just unplug that and it goes all the way up there. Legs go out that far. He has thigh rotation, which is connected to the disconnection of his leg. He has obviously full single knee bend due to transformation. He has pretty insane ankle tilt. his toe can go down due to transformation. It can't really go up. So there we go. Also, whoops. Also, for those interested, you have explosion points here. Suppose you could use those. Surely there's more than just 2-3 spots. It's probably more, I'm just missing them. So there we go. So let's get down to final size comparison. Here he is with Galvatron, so he's about thigh high. But you know what? I don't think we'll take this as the final size comparison. Here he is with Titan's Return Cerebros. Yes, I have Titan's Return Metroplex Fort Max. So yes, I do have 2 days apart from Scorponok, all the Titans. I have Metroplex, I have Trypticon, I have Fort Max, the American version, not the Japanese version, Omega Supreme, and I have, like I said, Scorponok on the way. So if Cerebros here is anything or any size similar to Lord Zarek, you know how big he is going to be by comparison. So, if you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give me a thumbs down. I promise you, it will not hurt my feelings. Maybe leave me a comment. I'm all up for reading those and especially responding. Maybe even subscribe, tick the bell if you want to see all my posts. I post once a week, generally on Tuesday at 1 AM AEST. As I've been saying more recently, if you're an American or whatnot, chances are you will get to see it when it comes out. For those of us who are in Australia, who are wondering when they can watch my posts, trust me, by the time you wake up, you'll be able to watch it. So it'll be ready and waiting for you. But thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.